Welcome to the final few days of my gold prospecting trip. I hope you guys enjoy. It's the final few days of my gold prospecting trip. My body is exhausted from all of the hiking, digging, and carrying around buckets full of material. Regardless of all of that, the beauty of these mountains and the trail is just amazing. Being away from civilization and just hearing the sounds of nature is like an awesome therapy session. So let's continue on down the trail and listen to the beautiful sounds of nature. Okay, so for my long hike, I brought the Kreeger Sluice because, again, this sluice is a great backpack sluice. I don't think I have a good enough flow right now, but that's all I could do for right now, so we'll see. But I love this sluice. I love bringing it with me. Backpacking is simple. It's nice and small, and it works great. So again, I don't know if I have a good enough flow. I don't think so, but it is working through the material relatively fast, so that has to be a good sign. Yeah, that's good enough. I was working on a crevice earlier, but it dried up. I got some pretty nice pieces out of it. So now I'm just working a totally new spot. See if that will produce anything. If there is gold, the Kreeger Sluice will catch it. So I'm not worried about that. I have a bucket's worth of material, so we'll see. A lot of it was overburdened, so I don't expect much, but I did get down to Bedrock, so hopefully we find some gold here. And trying to get across the river from here was a chore. This is a beautiful spot. I think during the summer, I may come here when it's nice and hot so that I could try and snipe for gold. So the awesome part about the Kreeger Sluice is this is how much material you have left, which means less that you have to actually pan. And there is gold in here. So let me pan this back. Well, get off what I can. Here we go. Be very, very careful, because I know there's gold in there. So, I don't think there's any big pieces. That's okay. It was a new spot. There's a decent sized little flake popping up, and there's a ton of little micro stuff. So I'm digging in a good spot. See that coming up? I'm gonna pan this better off camera because I cannot do this one-handed. But there you go. So I'll be back after I pan this off camera so that I could get all the gold in one spot. So there's a better shot of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. That's not bad. See, the Kreeger Sluice catches even the smallest pieces. So yeah, I think I'm gonna snuffer it up. I'm gonna do one more bucket from this location, and then I'm gonna call it a day because I have about 1.5 to 2 mile hike back to my camp. Okay, this was the last bucket. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were more pieces, but they came down here when I was panning it. But yeah, 5 pieces for a bucket. I know it's not much, but that's okay. I'm going to snuffer this up and then start heading back to my camp. One thing the camera doesn't do justice is how steep this is. And there's the climb out. I don't think you can see how steep that is. So this is about even right now, about level, and it's like that. On the way up, I came across this. There's a quartz seam running through there and through there, about 5-6 inches wide. It's going all the way across. I saw a couple quartz seams down there at the river. Time to keep going. There must have been a forest fire or a clearing. You don't see all of the rock, all the outcrops up there when you're just walking through because of the thick vegetation. So with all this fire that I guess happened, I don't know if it was a controlled burn or what, but you definitely don't see all that you can right now without that. That's crazy. Well, here you go. Here's the take so far. I have to pan it a little bit, get what's underneath out. Oh, there you go. That's not a bad little line. I know it's not much, but that's pretty cool to me. Awesome. I'm excited about this. I'm gonna snuffer it up almost enough to weigh. Okay, so last night I stashed my panning gear and crevicing tools and everything where I was at the river, hoping that it would be okay. I only did that because I stayed a little bit too late and I wanted to have less weight to carry on the way back since I did stay late. So let's hope that no one came by and took my my gear, because that would be bad. So now I have about 1.5 to 2 mile hike on this trail to get back to my gear. I sure hope no one took it. Today is gonna be my last, I guess, half day at panning since I have to hike so far. Then I may stay one more night and try a different spot and just try crevicing, because I got the majority of the bigger pieces crevicing, which, I mean, go figure. So we will see. I'm gonna attempt to do some crevicing today, but I'm on a limited time frame since I woke up late. And I've been waking up late because it's been absolutely freezing and windy. It's been down to like the low 40s. I have to wait long enough for it to warm up. Okay, so I started working a crevice. I already got it out of my pan, but I got one tiny little speck, and that was at the top of the crevice. So I'm going to be working this crevice some more, and when I get down to the bottom, then hopefully there's some bigger pieces of gold. Everything is extremely tight packed in this crevice, so it's never been worked. Okay, I'm starting to get down to the good material in the crevice. I started using the sucker tube, the homemade one that I made. So we'll see. Usually that's the best material, is towards the bottom, so that's where gold likes to work. What? That is the biggest piece of the trip so far. I wonder if it has anything else with it. I have to do that better. Let me get the rocks out. Okay, I got all the big rocks out. Ugh. I swear, it's hard to do this. I wish I could have brought my my tripod. Oh, I could definitely see that piece. Wow. I cannot do this one-handed. Look at that piece. That is a nice flake. I don't think there's anything else with it. Doesn't look like it. But wow, look at that. That is nice. Nice to see. Biggest piece of the trip. Okay, I'm working through another pan's worth of material from the bottom of the crevice. Here we go. What? Now that is a flake. I don't even care if there's anything else in the pan. Wow. That is insane. Look at how big that flake is. I'm gonna stuffer that up. I'm gonna keep working this material at the bottom of the crevice. Please let there be more gold like this. Alrighty, another nice piece. It's right there. So let me finish panning this. Here we go. Oh, there's two in there. I didn't even see that. Cool. I think there's two. Oh, I might have moved. Well, there's a baby speck here. And then there's a nice flake there, but I'm pretty sure I saw another flake back here. So let me do that again. Nope, there was just that piece, and then there was a couple little specks in which I'll have to get in a second. But pretty cool. I'm gonna keep up with this crevice. Okay, well, that spot dried up. I did get some pretty nice pieces from it, so that was awesome. It is
almost 6 o'clock, and I have maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of sunlight left. So I'm gonna make my way downriver and find a spot where I can get out, because this is all way too steep. I can't get out here. So I'm gonna go downriver and find a place where I could get out. Head back to my truck and then have the first legitimate hot meal in 4 or 5 days now. 4 or 5, I can't remember. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call my wife, let her know I'm alive, and then head home. I'm exhausted. This is the longest that I've been out. So, yeah. Got some pretty nice gold. I can't complain. So, I'll get back to you guys later when I'm in civilization where I could get a hot meal. Bye. Alrighty. I'm going to be cleaning up the gold from my last gold prospecting trip. So, I couldn't find my jet dry, so I'm just going to use a drop of soap, and I have some water and a pan. So, let's go. And you see how things are floating. I'm going to use a drop of soap that will break the surface tension. And instantly things went away. So that way the tiny gold won't be floating around. So let's get the gold in there. Clean that out, because I know sometimes some gold gets stuck up in there. Okay, so that's cleaned out. Now you can see there's a little bit of stuff on the sides here. Just in case, I'm gonna make sure I wash all that out. But here we go. Let's get it all to one corner so you guys could see. I mean, there's little stuff all over the place in this pan, but there's some of the gold right there. Let's get it to one corner and get all the black sand out. Okay, all of the material is right there in that edge. I don't see any gold floating around, so that's good. I put enough soap. All you really need is just one drop. I prefer to use jet dry, but any soap at all will work. So, but yeah, it's all along there, one nice little line. All I have to do is get all of that black sand out. Unfortunately, I broke my tripod during my trip, so I'm gonna try to do this on camera, but if I can't, then I'm gonna have to stop and then just show you the end result. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. Instantly messed it up. So I'll come back after I get all the black sands out. Alrighty, here it is. So, I mean, it's not much, and I doubt it's even enough to weigh. I think 2 of those little pieces aren't gold. I'm pretty sure they're not. They were acting like gold, but yeah. I'm still happy with that. That's more than what I left home with, so that's pretty cool. And I know there's some like really like micro stuff in there, so I'll get that stuff afterwards.
It's just, that stuff is a real pain to deal with. But yeah, here's all the gold from my trip. Again, it's not much. I hope next time I'll be able to get more. But regardless, it's really not about how much you get. It's just the fun of being out there and knowing that you're the first person that's ever seen this gold. So, awesome. This is all my gold so far from all of my prospecting trips. It's not a lot, and again, I don't really care that it's not a lot, but one thing I wanted to add was I am going up to Connecticut to visit my family, and I will be hitting some rivers up there to try and find some Connecticut gold. So I'm excited about that, and I hope to see you guys during my next prospecting trip.